Hello and welcome back to the InukiTV tournament. We have a couple of new contestants, Michaeb and EvilSausage, playing as the Germans today, versus Feliny and Medan playing as Soviets on this map, Town, as a 4v4 map being played 2v2. It's also nighttime, which is very much a coinky-dink, for the last game Feliny and Medan played in round 1 was Town, it was nighttime, and Shotter's game as well. Exact same sort of situation. He played Farmlands in round 1, and then in round 2 they played Farmlands and it was both nighttime. So very spooky, weird stuff going on there. But I do like this map. It's an interesting map. You've got very much urbanous area in the middle, and for actually most part of the map we get to see interesting stuff like flamethrowers happen. And we have EvilSausage running into the middle. He is designated captain of this zone for today, taking cover behind this wall. He seems to have very much beaten his opponents to the punch. I can't see any enemies. There they are, coming into sight. A big, massive, blobtacular, spectacular Felony. What are you doing? That's not like you at all. Are you trying to throw the game already? Get taken cover behind that wall. Michaeb getting vision just to the right hand point of the central position. That's good. What do we have here? It's a Cabell car. Why? He did manage to get to that point very early on, but it doesn't look like he had much opposition, because most of it appears to be in the middle where grenades are being thrown back and forth. Looks like Felony took more damage there and is now being totally flanked by this one SMG soldier on that side of the map. Wow, Felony might very well be pinned down in this bit. EvilSausage doing pretty well on this side of the map. He hasn't got the point. He has managed just to sneak one guy into the zone, hiding behind that wall whilst he's healing up as well. All good stuff, but Felony or Medan could be approaching very shortly. There's not much infantry, not much line of sight for the Germans on that left. It is a large map, so it is to be expected that there's going to be plenty of room to flank, and there's got to be a lot of freaking covering, just general getting vision on the map to make sure that doesn't happen. You can see, just check the map out, and there's hardly any infantry around here for Team Germany. That guy just got blasted in the head. The Cabal car also came charging down the road, but then had nasty encounters with a machine gunner from Felony. Now he's retreating. He gets out the door and just gets blasted though. But he will be able to salvage the machine gun on the back of the Cabell car and still use that effectively. Now this is a pretty common sight from the Germans. Michaeb bringing in a 2-2-2. He can effectively neutralize that machine gunner behind that wall, but he needs to be quick about it, because I guarantee you someone on the Soviets has an AT rifle somewhere. And you can see Michaeb flanking there. We needed some vision just to see that guy, stop that guy from chucking a grenade on there, but now he... Spoils of war, he takes the big machine gun off the half-track. The half-track barely did anything. I think it may have killed like one guy, minimal. And they don't even get away with a machine gun, so huge loss there. Or maybe I'm exaggerating, maybe it's not that much of a huge loss, but I suppose it's a huge loss in terms of early game positioning. You can still definitely pull it back as long as you're smart enough to play. And there's that AT rifleman right there. I can see him. Can Michaeb see him? I don't think he does, because he's just charging straight in. Maybe he's trying to get a shot on it. It looks like he's getting some guys to the left-hand side behind that wall. And there we go. The first shot, it seems, from Felony completely takes out the 2-2-2. There's no way they can repair it in that position, I believe. You can see the tank crew now getting out, whipping his pistol out. I don't think he's going to be able to do much, but he can be some sort of moral support to his comrades around there. The Cabell car, you can see the machine gun has been pried off of it. It's still usable. You know, just drive it around, maybe drive it straight into the enemy and find out what they've got. I don't know, you could probably make use of it somehow. Maybe use it for hard cover. Let us not forget the vehicles do offer hard cover, and they also explode, so maybe not the best thing. We now have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 man squad on the left-hand side. Going to be a very micro-based challenge there for EvilSausage. We have a few machine gunners setting up sandbags and all lovely stuff. We even have from the American Medan. Yes, I am correct. I'm guessing that one. 80 rifle support infantry in that building. Rarely do I see these buildings being used that much in this freaking town map. It's crazy. Yeah, maybe you can post some comments about some really great positions on this map, or you know, stuff I found like a really good place to stick a sniper on this map. I'm not going to tell you because it's my position. Screw you. But maybe you want to share something about this map in particular, about using buildings. You know, just go ahead and post some comments. People read them. I read them. I love them. Because I am sad and alone forever. Here comes that flamethrower, which is the impending doom of this map. Maybe that's why people don't like to get in buildings, and that's not how you use a flamethrower, kind sir. Not how. Well, he's actually shooting through the building. He's also torching the building as well. Everyone on that second floor is definitely dead. There goes the grenade from Medan. There goes a second grenade, because one's never enough for Medan. Completely explodes that guy. I'm not going to steal his flamethrower, though. Come on, steal his flamethrower. Come on, be a dirty, thieving scumbag. Oh man, I love Spores of War. I love taking enemy weapons that are just so much better than mine. I'll be like, yeah, level up in my own RPG fantasy world. And that building's being completely torched now. It's completely in flames. So fast, so fast. Smokes are up. Smokes are always a good sign, but whose smokes is it? It might be Medan's. I'm not incredibly sure. I didn't see any German player throw that, so it does look like they're using that smoke to try and get in behind that wall and neutralize that zone. 2 capture points to the Soviets at the moment, and wow, look at the position of this machine gunner. He has so much infantry he could shoot, but he is pinned down. So unfortunate for him, he isn't going to be able to get some good shots unless he went into direct control mode. Direct control, very important to remember to use, and a good grenade there behind the 222, denying that cover. Oh, by the way, I completely forgot to mention that, yeah, Michaeb and EvilSausage are new contenders in this. They are also very good players, which most likely would have won round 1, but I did state, for those people that don't read the freaking rules, that I can replace people if I want to. So that's all fair game in my tournament, because I'm just after some interesting matches, We are getting T60 scolding all of the infantry behind the sandbags. We get scolded itself. What an excellent place for a Panzerschreck, Michaeb. Right on cue when he needed it. This is a very unusual front line. It's not diagonal. Diagonal sounds like a dinosaur. Diagonal front lines, as in it's not north and south. It's kind of like northwest and southeast. So for him to be able to get a Panzerschreck up there was pretty easy, because he's got infantry all scattered around on that side. So it's a safe zone for him. And the Panzer III also comes into play, but it didn't really have much to take out. It can only assist in killing infantry now. And wow, triple machine gun. Easily taking care of that second half-track approaching on this far right-hand side. That looks so painful. Oh, this guy on the right-hand side of that sandbag is so cool. Look at him stand up majestically now. He must be a Rambo McJihad burger. Look at him. He is blasting the crap out of that half-track, making sure he finishes the job. Good guy, him. And then hops behind the sandbag again. They're even supported by a veteran sniper. That is so deadly. But he could be easily flanked if you check the map. There's so many open holes in his defense there. If only Feliny and Medan can find that straight away. We've got so much infantry for the Germans in the middle, pushing right up into the center, hiding behind this cover, making things much difficult. Even look at the amount of reinforcements we have. Although, it looks like they're sending them almost to their death. A few guys. We only lost a few guys, so this push is still being rather effective at the moment. Catching these two dudes out in the open. We've got some Soviets on that left-hand side. Still in the open, not protected by anything. There's only wooden fences there. I'm not sure if this offensive sort of action from EvilSausage and Michaeb at the moment, it has any sort of plan at all, other than just the general offensive is good. Keep pushing your opponent. Keep making him having to respond. But remember, there is no capture zone on the other side of that central position. There is only that one in the middle. So the only thing they can gain from pushing up in the center is better defensive positions, which is going to be harder to reinforce. There's a bit more distance to traverse if you want to reinforce it by some new units. But if it is a better place to defend, then sure, they're going to gain from that. If not, then they're probably better off just sitting back and letting the enemy come in and destroy them there. And ooh, nice and creamy HE shell from that T-34 from Feliny. Even a bit of friendly fire. That guy, oh dear, that's painful. He definitely won't be getting up from that one. We have a sniper moving round this side to get a shot. What the hell are you thinking? Ah, the T-34. Is the sniper become invisible? Does Feliny realize the sniper is still there? What is going on in this veteran sniper's head? He can clearly see that soldier there. Is he going to make the shot? He would reveal himself to the T-34. That is a guard sniper, by the way. It was a guard sniper. He gets flung backwards, and there's a machine gunner. He does take out the veteran sniper, and the HE shell also, for good measures. Why not? Felony now going to be in control of that zone, but we are losing this zone on the far left-hand point. On our side, our German side of the map, is American Medan. He's still there with a T-34 of his own, but is being flanked by a Panzerschreck. Is he going to notice? I don't think he is. There's no infantry to the right-hand side of American Medan's side. He gets away. Only just no, it's ill damage, but he is going to be probably repaired. Unless the Panzerschreck can fire another shot and destroy it. It looks like he's aiming at the infantry. So much infantry there to shoot. Take the shot, take the shot, take the shot, take the shot. Ah, you lamer. What happens if you don't take the shot? Everybody gets away alive. That's what happens when you don't take the shot. Damn you. Oh, God. So much anger towards this AT infantry soldier. Never mind, though. He isn't even going to fire into the T-34 and finish the job. Truly one of my pet hates. Michaeb on the right-hand side. Bringing in the second assault on this zone for the day, but will he be able to defend it? If he takes it, there are sandbags up there for Feliny. Splitting up his soldiers into Bravo and Alpha team. This is Bravo chilling out. Being rather observant of the battle in front of them. The T-34 in the center now, repositioned from the right-hand side into the center. EvilSausage's Panzer III. Yeah. Not a care in the world for any sort of buildings. Don't even like fences, man. Screw fences. They're only insulting to my infantry. Ah, machine gunner there. He could put some sandbags up. In fact, I don't think he does have a very good shot there. He could move it up behind the sandy wall. I meant to say wall. Got confused with sandbags. No matter. There's a half track here which already has its gun taken out of. So that's good. Whoever managed to get away with that. Not a clue. I'm going to assume it's Medan in the middle. Middle seems fairly dominantly controlled by the Germans. Yes, that's right. There's a scale of dominance, and this is fairly dominant. Not completely dominant, but fairly dominant. Guard's rifle is out here for Felony with that big AT rifle on its back, being held off by these two SMG soldiers here. I wonder where the rest of the Guard's riflemen got to. It looks like this German soldier was trying to repair the 222 all the way up there, but so deep in enemy territory, just past that flag, is totally deep. That's further than I would probably go. Panzer 4H. Supporting infantry. This is as good as a push you can get. Tank and infantry combination. But there's that T-34. Quick on the ball. The Panzer IV fires, but it just hits behind the T-34, not on the T-34. T-34 now has the advantage. It is crew injured. Will he get a chain stun? That could be a slippery slope to death. No, the Panzer IV is back in action. Flame on, says the Panzer IV. Oh, right as I say that, right as the game was back on between these two combatants, the Panzer IV wins, completely destroys the T-34. What a push this is. Now that that tank is gone, Michaeb is saying that Felony must have absolutely nothing to stop this push from happening now. Which is a great call. This is a great timing attack. He can move into that zone and take it. But what's happening in the center? Felony is breaking through with a T-60. That zone doesn't look like it's too heavily defended now by EvilSausage or Michaeb. So that T-60 honestly should have no problem around that area. On the left-hand side, though, sort of same situation. This zone is neutralized. Wouldn't be a bad idea just to crawl into that area there as an explosion goes off. KV-1. Giving the gift of, what the hell? I've only just noticed this. This is crazy stuff indeed. What design choice said that you needed a wooden fence behind a cobblestone fence? Anyway, yeah. So, KV-1 blows up, giving the gift of explosives to the Panzer III, but now a Tiger approaches from EvilSausage. Tiger versus KV-1, I'm not sure which one's going to win. I think the Tiger packs more of a punch, but the KV-1 has very good armor. So we could be seeing a very prolonged battle between those two. It's going to be a battle of the minds who can use their tank more effectively, rather than just using brute power and turtle armor. The T-60 and T-34 hanging back here What a lovely combination to take out all this infantry over in this zone. This ravaging savagely T-60 must have at least got 10 kills there. Hopefully Feliny can get some infantry into that zone because it is completely unprotected right now. Over to the northeast side of the map, our half-track is losing its engine, not like it's just gone. KV-1, there it is. I don't think I looked at that earlier. It's gonna meet face to face with the Tiger. The Tiger instantly tracks it. The T-34 has also been repaired. It's moving forward out of all places. Maybe it can get a good shot on the side armor of the Tiger. The KV-1 though has been neutralized for now, and the Tiger is pulling away, getting a good safe distance. Hiding behind that building though, trying to fire through the building, but the shot got somehow deflected by the internals of the building, maybe off a fridge or something. They don't make fridges like they used to. Steel plating with a coating of love. But it did work in favour of the T-34. That's staying alive for a slightly bit longer. Maybe that KV-1's going to be repaired. I think we're seeing a charge being popped by the Soviets on this western point, the far right-hand point for the Germans. They are managing to keep control of that area, but Michaeb is keeping up the pressure. He has to deal with his T-60. He's still got a T-34 to deal with over in the centre at the moment, though. That could be coming in at any time. We have another Panzer IV rolling out over to this side of the map, and in response, that T-34 has to come over. I can already see it moving on the map. I don't know why we have some smokes here. We've got a few bodies that can throw themselves at the enemy, but they're staying low for the time being. Oh my god, why did you just run over your own infantryman, Mikey? That's what you get for crappy direct control, brother. I should stop saying brother, I am not hip. Michaeb using the lower micro management technique to deceive his opponent into thinking he actually sucks. Or maybe he does actually suck. I don't know, we're going to have to see if that pays off. There's the T-34, keeping close to the building so it can pop just round. The T-60 has shifted over into the center of the map, and the T-34 is not using that cover now. It's just moving straight up, in fact using the rocks as some sort of cover, but it takes care of the Panzer IV with relative ease, and now it's just mopping up the infantry again. We have two Panzer IVs on that right hand side which can be repaired. This central zone, I can't tell who is capping it, but I'm pretty damn certain it is the Soviets, as I see no sparkly green dots in the central point. Michaeb rushing over into the center of the map now from the right hand side. Interesting that he's moving his units from that side rather than purchasing new units. That's a good idea to reposition your troops. Medan all the way up, pushing through that center. He has some weird, crazy positions. Again, not using these buildings to the maximum effectiveness. We've only seen one flamethrower so far. What's the worry? You know, where? Why not? Why not? Maybe when artillery comes in, buildings are a bad idea. But for now, I think getting inside some buildings would not be a half a bad idea. Tiger tank and a 222. Repositioning, kind of covering the center. A lot of infantry now moving in as well for the Germans, trying to just get into that zone, chucking a load of grenades, good stuff. Currently the Soviets are in control of free capture zones. So many deaths from grenades. Only one survivor. No survivors on this side of this little plaza area. That guy's burning to a crisp, and the Christmas trees are on fire. How tragic. 222 could take out the machine gun, beautifully placed, although infantry can still sneak up if they are prone into the capture zone. I'm not sure what's covering the right hand side though, but I'm pretty sure Medan will know something's up if that zone starts becoming neutralized. There's definitely going to be infantry there. Again, just sort of like Charlie team and Delta team. They're like split up but grouped. It's very unusual from Mikey, but he is repairing the Panzer IVs. That's going to be a deadly force to not be reckoned with. Feliny is going to be in little Bella. The Soviets are in control of free capture zones at the moment. Poof, explosion. Looks like the Tiger managed to hit the heavy machine gun just there, but we got a T-34 lurking just behind this wall, which is good because it doesn't want to expose itself to the Tiger at the moment. We've got a lot of infantry moving in from the Soviets. God knows how many are in the fog of war as well, so I think they are maintaining control even just slightly on the central position. The left is looking kind of chaotic. We've got a 222 that's damaged and broken. could be repaired, and another 222 back into position. It looks like most of the armor from the Soviets has been somewhat neutralized. You can see repairs going up on the KV-1 from Medan. If that comes back into play, it's just going to be hit by a Tiger again, presumably. The Tiger has repositioned to the center, though. It's just staying there for the time being, fending off the T-34. The far right-hand point is being assaulted by a bunch of infantry, but what do we have here? A couple of stealth waffles, Panzerschreck sneaking around to hopefully try and get a shot at the T-34 if it's lucky. We already saw one of the guys, the AT support infantry, protect his Panzerschreck buddy with his life, unlike these guys which are protecting their life with their body, which isn't panning out too well. Many casualties for the Germans. The Soviets are fending off the attack. Michaeb approaching from this road. What an odd angle to approach at. Just running into the zone, that's never a good idea. If his guys died there, why would you think it's okay to send the second batch of guys? Oh dear. Mistakes, heaven, but the EvilSausage Tiger tank of doom is still sitting here. It can still fire HE shells into the building if it decides to. I love doing that, by the way. Just if you've got nothing to do with your tank and you've got HE shells to spare, fire into the buildings, destroy their cover, flatten the ground. Makes it very difficult for the enemy to get close to you. Veteran sniper here, by the way. Barely has a good shot on the flag. It's so close quarters as well. It could be hurt if it decides to take on a whole squad. I'm not sure if there's a better position for it. I'm not even going to look because the center is currently being assaulted by the Germans. It looks like EvilSausage pouring in his 222 to take care of any leftover infantry by the looks of things. Infantry in the zone for the Germans, 70% currently captured, and we can see another squad moving through the houses, just completely clustered up. That could have been so dangerous if there was anything there to take care of it. Michaeb, that was a risky, reckless maneuver that you could have just employed some health and safety procedures in. Just roll in a few Volkstrom at a time. No need to risk it all. Put your eggs in one basket. You are assaulting this zone with what looks to be minimal force. That's it, sending one soldier off to his death, giving your machine gunner time to fire and repairing the Panzer IVs, which are still taking so damn long to repair. But when they are up, they will be gloriously defeating the enemy with their PKP there, so late in the battle. The 222 engages it from a long distance. It looked like it already inflicted one casualty. The PKP is firing. It's a battle of who can get the better penetration or decrew. I think the 222 appears to be winning. It's killed another guy. It continues firing, trying to destroy the PKP. Look how inaccurate it is, though. It's no sniper, and he is leaving that 222 out there for a fairly long time. It could be picked off by any sort of thing in the fog of war. Who knows what could be approaching. The Tiger tank appears to be repositioning to the left-hand side ever so slightly. It's got a good flanking shot for any armor that approaches. You can see half-track carnage. There's the KV-1 coming up as well, trying to get the 222. If it just pulls forward a little bit more, it will take a direct side shot from this Tiger tank. It's just waiting. I'm not sure if Medan knows its current location. It's already taken out quite a few chunks of the buildings and the sides. Very unusual. Here comes another T-60 coming to the center. Is the Tiger tank going to reposition? Is there anything here that can take it out? I spy a tiny machine gun here, which is no match for a T-60. All this infantry in the center is just going to be disposed of entirely by Feliny's T-60, helping out in the center. But now he needs to get infantry in there. Again, almost slipping out the she and the he, but it is a he, not a she. But Feliny sounds like a she name. EvilSausage with his machine gunner in the zone, capping that neutral zone to start scoring more points again. The 222 did manage to make it out alive, running away from the KV-1, and here's a Nebelwerfer 41. I never ever say the 41, it's always just a Nebelwerfer. And always swap the V for... No, swap the W for a V, and the Panzer IV is back up. We don't swap anything there. This Panzer IV, not sure what's going on there. It was being repaired, someone must have been killed. Crew injured for the 222. That gets slightly stunned for a second. It does manage to make an escape, though. Hooray for the 222. What it was being fired by, I'm not entirely sure, but anything that looks dangerous, just avoid it. This soldier here, SMG, looks like he was going to throw an AT grenade on it. We've got a guy riding on the back of the KV-1 as well. IS-2 makes an appearance as... Whoa, watch where you're firing, dude. Tiger, not discouraged at all. We can see a Panzerschreck. Is it a Panzerschreck trying to sneak around this building? Where are you? No, yes it is! Ooh, we need to be cautious of that, Medan. It looks like he's backing away. I'm not sure if he saw it or if he just wants to stay away from the Tiger tank, which is firing some shots. It looks like it managed to hit something there. I heard metal clunks. Metal clunks is a good indication of hitting something. It seems, though, even though we've got a KV-1 and IS-2 there, they don't want to go mono-a-mono versus mono against the Tiger. 222. No, don't ever park there in front of the KV-1 and the IS-2. That was just semi-retarded. Like you just swallowed your own poop. I love that show. Anyway, 222 coming up. Looks like it's going to go head-to-head with the T-60. The winner of this battle gains light armor support. The T-60 has damaged its engine. Never a good start to the battle. 222 maintaining its maximum distance from the T-60. We can see one soldier popping up around the corner. That possibly wasn't the best place to assault from. I think up here would have been much better. And you can prone laying down, maintaining in the fog of war. We got some German infantry around that area that you would probably have to clear out. He maybe would have been shot as soon as he ran up the stairs. But regardless, approaching from head on into a 222 is going to result in guaranteed death. Just like this machine gunner who he is told to get off, but he's still standing at the machine gun. And he just gets absorbed into the explosion. What? That was like an implosion artillery barrage. That would be... I want that weapon. That seems like an awesome weapon to have. More casualties as infantry run into the explosion. Red smoke means danger. Blue smoke, you should probably avoid it anyway, just to be safe. King Tiger now in the middle. Overlord of the central flag point. Denier of Soviet glory. T-34 taken out by what seems to be a Panzerschreck. So I'm told on the top left, or at least I saw a glimpse of that. So I presume it was. Feliny with a sniper in this forest somewhere, taking off the guys trying to repair the Panzer IVs. What nice play. It would be nice if Germans sent some infantry into the forest just to clear that out, and then they've got an additional flank to go by on this flag point. We've got machine gunners hit up at the sandbag walls, firing at all these infantry. Just hide behind the buildings. There isn't much cover you can get behind, but I truly believe you can get up, maneuver across the left-hand side of that building, and chuck a grenade over the top of it to hit this machine gunner. But it's all very well saying that from the position I'm looking at. It may look very different to what Felony sees on their screen. Smoke's up, but I don't know how the smoke's got there. Utter strangeness. Tiger tank still alive. Tiger tank doing very well in this game at the moment to discourage enemies from approaching with their tankies. Soviet infantry, sneaky are they? Yes, they are. Medan has a very much single-player experience ahead of him as he assaults this zone with 3 Soviet infantry. There's one more behind that white building, and the KV-1 and IS-2 come out to play with the Nebelwerfer of all things. This soldier, he is not going to survive. There we go. He falls off of the KV-1. And this pro sitting on top of the IS-2 with his machine gun, he looks deliciously track damaging for the Tiger as it returns fire and damages the turret of the KV-1. But the KV-1 is very much okay to be taking some poundings. The IS-2 is the one that's probably going to do more damage to this Tiger, and the side armor is exposed, so the Tiger is very much in trouble right now. It keeps firing. It's got such an awesome boom sound to it. For anyone with super bass on, I'm sure they are having a wonderful experience of that sound. The KV-1 now trying to retreat in a not so cool way, bro. No, that's retreating in the opposite direction. What the hell are you doing, American Medan? I think he wants to get rid of some CP, or maybe just do some digging up of trees. Gardening, that's it, that's what it's called. A KV-1 destroyed now from the Tiger tank. IS-2 versus Tiger. It doesn't look like the IS-2 is firing. Why not, bro? Is it because of direct control? Can you not see it clearly enough? The Tiger is getting repairs. We'll have to tune back into that one, but I honestly think unless the IS-2 fires, then it is going to be destroyed eventually by the Tiger. And the 222 is destroyed also by the less impressive T60, controlled by none other than Feliny, and making holes in the wall, Michaeb, destroying some fences, creating new doorways to what otherwise would be not fitting for anyone the size of a tank. I think I've just got temporary amnesia. I'm not quite sure what I said, but there is a Panzer IV here. It is looking down that road. There is a half-track here as well, as you can plane in sight. Well, bloody well, yes, plane in sight. See, and the Tiger tank has been lost, so the IS-2 did manage to eventually regain confidence and fire its gun. I've been given a gift of love, and here is the gift of love with many infantry on it. Getting inside, what shall I do with this? It's a tournament game, I can't be silly right now. Although I do like this gift, and the game is almost over. But unfortunately, I am going to stick by the rules and say I am having no interference in this game. I shall... Ooh, hello, Lukes. You're a small tank to be here. Anyway, let's give this back to Michaeb, because it is his. Screw you, Michaeb! Nice and soft engagements in the center from infantry. It looks like they managed to repel whatever was firing at them. The Lukes, though, is going to shut off any infantry from coming right in there. And the Nebel is definitely going to deter any groups or blobs from the Soviets. Have they used all their hero points? I'm not entirely sure. I've seen Guards Rifle, a charge, and snipers from Feliny. That implies that there's at least 4 hero points left or something, but... You know, I can't see everything. I may have missed stuff, but who cares? It's a good battle nonetheless from these. Can Feliny and Medan get back into the game? It's currently 2 capture zones, two capture zones, and 1 neutralized point, which looks as if we're going to see some reinforcements to this far right-hand point. Feliny barely gaining control of it with a few rookie soldiers eating a grenade again. Do not duck for cover. That never works, kind sir. You are exploded. An MG hits the dirt. Always pick up those MGs if you can. With someone proficient with MGs like a squad leader. Because they're awesome. MG42s are just spoils of war. I love it. You know, the whole inventory system I love in this game because you can do that. Same with if you're German infantry and you can get a hold of the US M1 Garands. It's like, this is lovely. I've got pro soldiers with a semi-automatic rifle. How lovely. Making more holes in the building with a crew sitting on the back. How? Oh man, this is why you need your protective helmets on. Because of falling debris which might land on you as you ride on a tank through a building. It's the ride of your life, and that was artillery landing there. Straight on top of the Lukes and a building. These guys on the Panzer IV are just having the ride of their life. Now reversing into a building, losing 1 more soldier. There is only 1 survivor. If this isn't a Japanese game show, I don't know what is. It just has all the right stuff to be one. There's a Nebel shot going somewhere, and I can't see it even though I'm panning my camera around. Across most of the map, the IS-2 still alive, but not being very risky considering it's 97 points on the clock, 98, only 2 left, and the Germans win. EvilSausage and Michaeb will go into round 3, the newcomers of the tournament. This is surely going to cause a stir on my comments page as people rage at me and be like, why did you let the newcomers come in and dominate Feliny and Medan? Keep in mind, though, that I am doing this tournament purely for fun and to get some interesting matches. If 6 out of 8 teams don't play, then I really have to do some weird stuff to keep this tournament going. And I'm okay to wait a bit longer if that many people are having troubles getting their games going. But anyway, congratulations to Michaeb and EvilSausage. They are worthy victors of today. We'll see them in round 3 facing one of the other winning teams. But for now, let's have some highlights. I'm InukiTV.